Weeks. Your genre of quilting is the modern quilting world. And there's a lot of people who aren't quite sure what modern quilting is. Can
Right.
you tell us your definition of modern quilting?
Sure. If you think about it, traditional quilting is motifs and patterns from the 19th century. And they were typically functional quilts, right? And then came art quilts, and they were more um, not motifs from the 19th century, kind of a freedom of expression, but typically they're made in a way that's not going to be thrown on a bed, for example. And I felt like there should be something that had the functionality of traditional quilts and the freedom of expression of art quilts. And so we wanted patterns that were from the 21st century as opposed to the 19th century to continue the art flow so the art form could continue to develop and expand. So modern quilting, at least in our point of view, isn't about color or fabric or negative space or any of those things. It's about whether the design is a traditional design or is it a recently designed motif or pattern. So it's not intended to replace art quilting or traditional quilting, but to be, I like to say, it's another dish on the buffet of creativity. So it's something you can make your Dear Jane quilt while you're making your Dear Jane quilt, you can do a modern quilt for, your sons who's getting married or whatever. It's not an either or. And most of the people that we teach, and we've been teaching for the last 16 years, are people who both make traditional quilts and maybe art quilts and maybe modern quilts.